Hey, you guys, what's going on? Who is ready to dive into this training today? So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Aditi. I'm a marketing strategist and a leadership coach, and I'm doing these trainings to really help you see and get different strategies on how you can increase your brand's visibility, get more customers, and really get your brand visible and out there and get known. And as you do that, you end up being able to bring in business because of that. So my philosophy is get seen, get paid. That is my signature marketing course at getseengetpaid.com. And I really teach about the more you get seen and get seen to the right people, the more you will be able to build your business, your brand, and be able to build whatever it is that you're building, that you're working on, and that you want to get out into the world, right? Because it's likely that you have something that has really helped you and you're ready to share it with more people because you're like, wow, I have to tell more people about this, right? So I want to help you do that. So today's training is about how to launch your product or service in 30 days or less. Now, it doesn't matter what your product or service is, this training is going to definitely help you do that, okay? So we're going to go over that. Now, I'm going to open this up on my phone so I can see who's hanging out with me here. Hi, Tina. Hi. I don't want to say your name wrong, but I remember you. I'm just going to say Mila. I don't know if you have a nickname. But hey, Samia, good to see you too. So today's training, you guys, is all about how to launch a product or service in 30 days or less. Okay, so let's get into this. I want these to be bite-sized trainings of 10 minutes, and then we'll do a little bit of Q&A at the end. If you guys have questions specific to your business or general, feel free to jump in with that. These are completely free trainings, and I'm here with you guys, all right? And if you want to invite anybody to come join this free training series, you can tell them to come to marketingwithaditi.com, okay? So this is what I'm going to cover in today's training. What to have ready before you start, before those 30 days, right? Who to sell to first. And third is the process to actually follow, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to have your product or service idea ready to go, okay? You know what it is that you're going to sell. Now, a lot of people want to make money in their business and in their brands, but the thing is they're not selling anything. So if you're not selling anything, of course you're not going to make any money. You have to have something to sell, okay? So that is the number one thing. Now, this may seem like a very simple thing to say, but I promise you, people pay me hundreds of dollars as their marketing coach, and they don't have anything to sell, and they're wondering why they're not making any money and how their business can move forward, right? So you want to make sure you have something ready to go. Now, let's say, for example, you're a health coach. You want to have some sort of consultation or some sort of health assessment or some sort of starter session that people can book to buy, to get on the phone with you, right? Or maybe you can have a 5 recipe healthy foods ebook, something like that, right? Sell it for $10, whatever it may be. You can have a kind of no-brainer offer, or you can have a really high ticketed offer that's like $10,000. This strategy works for all of it, okay? All of it. Let's say you have a product. Maybe you sell lip glosses, right? So just know and be aware of what it is that you're going to be selling in the 30 days or less. Have that be very clear, okay? And if you have questions about that, you can put it in the comments below. Now, how do you get clear about what are you going to sell? And if you're not sure, you want to find out what it is that your dream customer actually wants. So inside of my course, Get Seen, Get Paid, we do something in week 2 called Customer Clarity. And in Customer Clarity, you do interviews with your dream customers and find out what it is exactly that they want. What is it exactly that they're struggling with? What is their dream life or their dream, whatever it is that they're looking for in relation to what you offer in your business, right? So if you're a health coach, maybe somebody's dream life is like, I don't want to feel bloated all the time. I want to have more energy, right? So then maybe you can make a product relating to that exact thing, because if you're finding that a lot of the people in your community and in your dream customers want a similar thing, you want to create that product or service that helps them achieve that same exact thing. All right. So again, if you want more help on how to do this, if you want more guidance, you can check out my course, GetSeenGetPaid.com. All right. I can't go into the details of the depth of that, but I wanted to tell you guys that that is available if you wanted to check it out. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is you want to create a 4 to 6 week value plan. Okay. So what is a value plan? A value plan is really a place where you're going to give the results first. So this is a way that one of my master coach teaches about giving your clients results first, right? Before they even give you a dollar, right? How can you give results first to your community before you go off and sell something, right? So what can you do for 4 to 6 weeks to give value to your community, to your dream customers? So for example, what I did when I first launched my marketing business, this was 3 years ago, right? I was in grad school at Northwestern getting my master's in marketing degree, and everybody was interviewing for jobs, and I was just like, oh my God, I cannot go back to corporate world. I had already been in consulting for 6 years, and I just was like, I can't go back there, you know? So I decided to give this a try. So I created my 6 week value plan, and what I did was I taught free marketing classes for 6 weeks, kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm actually doing the exact same thing, but with a new spin on it 3 years later to kind of celebrate having done that a few years ago. And it worked, you know? So you remember that? The Periscope days? Yes, exactly, exactly. So basically, I taught classes for 6 weeks, okay? So there was no obligation, there was no selling, there was no nothing until the end. So during those 6 weeks, I literally showed up and I taught my heart out and I gave value. I coached people. I gave them strategies. I did all of that stuff, right? So I really, really gave. So people were like, man, this girl really knows what she's talking about. Like, she knows what's up. You know what I mean? So people started to trust me. People started to like me. People started to sign up for my marketing classes and come, and they were telling their own friends about it. So it was a really great way for me to start building that traction. And at that time, nobody knew me as a marketing person, you guys. My first blog was all about inspiration and living a joyful life, okay? My first blog was ilivewithjoy.com is what I talked about. I talked about, you know, being joyful. So for me to transition from joy to marketing was a little bit of a leap. So this is how I did it. You know, I had this 6 week value plan that launched me into that, okay? So everything I'm teaching you guys is real life stuff that I've done in my business and I've also helped my clients do. And this stuff works. So I'm teaching you tested strategies that I've done that have worked. So at the end of those 6 weeks, at the end of 10 weeks, like, so it was a little bit over, but at the end of 10 weeks, I sold 4 spots to my course, Get Seen, Get Paid, the same course, which has now been revamped and transformed. But I taught, I sold 4 spots, early bird spots to that course, and I had never launched a course publicly before that, you guys, ever, okay? Ever. It was my first time publicly being like, hey guys, I'm launching a course. And I was terrified and all of that. That's like a whole nother story, but I did it, you know? And because I had built up that traction already for 6 weeks, people trusted me. People were ready to spend the money because they saw how much I was giving before they even spent a dollar. And then they knew that I was going to be able to help them. So 4 people signed up and I got my first coaching client, and then I got my second one right after that. So I ended up getting 2 coaching clients and 4 people joining my course, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. Well, it's 5 clients because one of the person who joined the course was also part of the was also my coaching client. So that's 5 brand new clients, you guys, after doing 6 weeks of value. So imagine where you can be 6 weeks from now. Okay, because literally you guys can copy and do the things I'm teaching you right away. So you guys can start your 6 weeks this week, like whatever value plan you want. And I can even give you guidance on your value plan, all that stuff. You guys can post it in this group. I'm coaching you guys and giving you guys strategies for these next 6 weeks. Okay, so I basically made $3,000 in 10 weeks. And it was the first time I had ever made that kind of money ever, okay, in my business at all. So I was like, wow, like, okay, this works. And I really think that I can do this, and it gave me the confidence to go full force in my business. So next, what you want to do. So who do you sell to first? Okay. What you want to do next is you want to, first start launching it to like a select group of clients who are maybe in your community, who are warm leads in the sense of like, them, they're interested in your work, they have expressed interest before, or maybe they asked you advice about whatever it is that you do. So what you're going to do is you're going to pitch it to these small group of people. You can pitch it to like 5 people, 10 people. I encourage you to go for 10. Pitch it to 10 people at a very no-brainer price. A no-brainer price. Like, it's like, wow, people, you'd be stupid to not sign up for this because it's so cheap. Okay? It is so cheap. Okay? So this is just a strategy that I've used that's worked really well. So you guys can tweak things as you need to. But so what I did was, and by the way, you guys, you can comment in the comments. Let me know you guys are receiving this. Are you, which tips are resonating with you? Have you tried some of this stuff? Have you not tried some of this stuff? Tell me where you're at in your business, because I don't know where some of you guys are at in your business. I would love to know. Are you looking to launch your product or service in the next 30 days? If you are, type 1 in the comments below so I know that you are looking to launch something in the next 30 days, because it would be cool to kind of track it. Okay, so you want to start launching it to a select group of people those first 2 weeks, okay? So that way you'll already have some buyers who have already bought your product or service, because what can happen is that people will realize like, oh, wow, like this is an awesome offer and I'm getting it for such a no-brainer price, which I'll tell you in a second. I saw your question, Samia. I can tell, that people are more likely to sign up. So I have sold things before I sell it to the public to a few group of people first, So for example, right now I am launching a women's leadership program, and I started it by only launching it to a few group of people. And guess what? I already have 8 people signed up and I haven't even really publicly properly launched it yet. So the official program is going to be starting in February, but I already have 8 people enrolled. Like, how cool is that, right? And I had no brainer prices, okay? So then the next thing you want to do is then you're going to launch your product or service at the end of that 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. So after you're giving all of that value. So for me, giving that value looked like teaching classes. For you, giving value may be something else. I don't know if you do workshops, you do seminars, or I feel like classes is the easiest way to do it. Or maybe you could do an email series, you run a challenge. There can be very different ways that you do a value plan. It can be like an email, like I said, an email series that you send out like, a certain tip every day, but you tell them I'm doing this for like 10 days, etc. Okay. Okay, cool. So Samia is going to be launching something and Tina is going to be launching something. So do you guys know what you're going to be launching? Do you guys know what your product or service is? And tell me what your business is. Samia and Tina. And if you're watching this in the replay, you can also put in the comments what your business is and what you want to launch in the next 30 days. And I will definitely be checking out the comments. Okay. So that's everything. So a quick summary is have your product or service ready to go, create a 4 to 6 week value plan, launch it to a select group of people, and last, launch it publicly in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, so that's your process. And this is a foolproof process. I have done it. I have gotten clients. Of course, there's some other factors involved, which are like, are you selling the right product? Are you selling it to the right people? Things like that. But this general strategy works really well. Okay, cool. All right, so now I'll do questions. So I wanted to teach for the first 10 minutes. It went over a little bit, and then I'm going to do Q&A now for the next 5 minutes. So I want to keep these super short, not longer than 20 minutes. So go ahead and start putting your questions in the comments. So I saw Samia said, how much is a no-brainer? So no-brainer depends on where you are at in your business, but typically a no-brainer can be from like, it can be as low as like $10 all the way up to like $200 and up to $500. It just depends where you are in your business. But in general, I'd say between $10 to $197 or even $147 would be kind of a no-brainer offer. So for example, I am offering, let's say I'm offering a course for $500 regular price. Okay. So my no-brainer would be around 97 or 147 is what my no-brainer would be. I'd be like, hey, so I'm launching this course, and when I launch it publicly, it's going to be $500. Like everyone who joins is going to be paying 500, but because I know you're interested in this, I wanted to offer it to you at a very special offer only for a select group of people, because the first 4 people who get in have a special rate of only $99 or something, right? So you can get 4 people into your course for $99, and you have already made $400, and you have 4 people in your course now. So that means you already have people who are going to be participating and all that kind of stuff, and not feeling like, oh my God, when I launch it publicly, I'm not going to have anyone joining, right? You already have people who have signed up, which is pretty cool, right? So, and the reason I started at $10 is also because it depends what it is. Like if you're doing like an ebook or like something like that, it could be $10, right? And maybe you're going to be selling it later for $50 and $90, depending on what kind of value is inside of that. So it depends on the value you're giving, and it depends on what your current prices are, and if you're selling or not, have you been selling or not, kind of what is your brand around it. So no brainer, I would say, is between $10 to $197. Okay, so Tina goes, I'm a part of 3 direct sales companies, Discovery Toys, Makeup Eraser, and Simple Crop Global. Trying to get more sales in each, I'm trying to post daily instead of sporadic. So daily definitely helps. And for you, Tina, for a value plan, I would focus on one of those and create a value plan where you can teach or share your story or do something like that to show people how these toys have either toys, makeup, or etc., whatever it is, how this stuff is awesome, how people love it, or how you love it, or how it's helped you, or, incorporate a little bit of you into, and I don't know if you already do this, but this is what I'm getting, incorporate some of you into the marketing so people can really get a more personal feel to it, rather than them just feeling like you're just selling them something, but showing them the value of this thing. So how can you give value through it? So maybe okay, so I see a makeup eraser. Like, I don't know if you would if you've ever made like a makeup video and show people, oh my God, you guys, this makeup eraser is the bomb.com. Okay, so you can have like a YouTube tutorial or something that you post every week, and it's like the product is kind of in the background, but it's really the thing that you're selling. But you just have this whole story around it, right? So, and then you show people like, oh my God, like I hate getting makeup on my pillow. You know what I mean? So like this makeup eraser is so amazing. I use it, and look, I have all this makeup on my face right now, and I'm going to show you guys how it works, because I've never seen a makeup eraser in my life, and people have been asking me, how do you use it? So let me show you guys. And then you can use it and show people and like blah, 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 and be like, y'all, now I never have makeup on my pillow anymore. This is amazing. And if you want this makeup eraser, you can go to this link in the comments below and get your own makeup eraser, So that could be one example of a YouTube video that you can make. And again, I don't know if you already do this or if you've thought about this, etc., but that's an example of what you can do with that. Okay? All right, do you guys have more questions? Any more questions? I'm here for another 1 minute. It's 19 minutes. I'm really trying to keep these at 20 minutes, so I'm going to sign off at 1 minute. And then if you guys have more questions, you can use hashtag #GotMarketing inside the Facebook group, and put hashtag feedback if you have a question or anything like that, and I will definitely get to you guys on that. Okay? All right, 60 seconds, and I'm going to sign off. But again, so if you guys want, and if you guys are watching this on YouTube and you want to join this community and be a part of the question and answer, you can head over to marketingwithaditi.com and join us there. All right, we're just wrapping up, 20 seconds down, and I will see you guys in our next training. I look forward to you guys launching your products.